Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. It is time to plan out our budget for January of 2025. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I am going to share with you all how we set up a budget for a new month and pretty much what that all entails. Now, for the last countless amount of years, I have been doing a monthly budget video just like this, and occasionally, obviously throughout the month, I will create other finance related content. So if you are interested in checking out maybe a more thorough video, then definitely consider scrolling back on my channel, or of course just checking out my budget with me playlist. But we're gonna do not really a rapid fire, but I'm not really in the mood for editing, so we're just gonna run through this so that I can edit as little as possible. Okay, so first of all, every month I like to look at our Google Calendar or our calendars or just our upcoming to-dos, not really to-dos, like our upcoming places that we need to be, I guess, events, things like that, because to me that helps to guide our budget process. So as you can see, for January, for events, I have a list that I've written out based on what I know to be factual as of right now, which is that, well, my friend was supposed to have a baby shower, but she had the baby really early. So I don't really know if I'm going to still go to Florida if she just had the baby. I don't know. It kind of just depends on what her thoughts are. But a bunch of us were going to go down there to celebrate with her, and I guess we need to kind of figure out if that's something we should still do. Obviously, we would stay outside of the home anyway, but I don't know. She may not want to be bothered next week because this trip is supposed to happen next week. So I do still want to get her a gift though. So that's something for me to take into consideration. But I have on here baby shower, Florida trip, because the baby shower is in Florida, just below me, not even far away at all, which is why I'm thinking I can go down whenever. Some of our friends were going to be flying in, road tripping in. I would be road tripping too, but just not that far. So I feel like I can just go down at a later date. I don't know, we'll see. My little cousin plays college basketball, and so anytime he plays in Virginia, but anytime he comes anywhere near this area and is driving distance, my husband and I like to go out and support, especially because this is his final year. So I feel like now more than ever, we want to get in those games before it's too late. My friend has a birthday in January. We still don't know the exact plans, but if all else fails, I will go to her or she will come to me if we do not go somewhere else. Actually, my little cousin has a game that weekend, her birthday weekend, on her birthday, and it's in like the Greenville, South Carolina area, which I don't mind going to. So I was wondering, or I'm thinking, if we can't really land on a spot or, you know, whatever, I feel like I can book us a hotel room in that area, for which that would be her gift. She's never been to that area, and I've been there, but I've never spent a weekend there or really time there at all. I don't think I've ever even spent the night there. So that could be something that we do, just because his game would be free. So that's on my events list. My friend's son has a birthday in January. I already bought his gift, but I don't know if she's gonna have some kind of little party or something, for which case I might attend that, or, you know, like, she doesn't have one every year, but she did have one for his first birthday and I went. But if she has one, I'll go, and I will probably, I don't know, make something, or it depends on where it is. If it's at the house, I might bring some food or try to help set up, buy some decor, I don't know, whatever. So I have that on here as a potential thing. I have a book club meeting in January, one in person, one virtual. We're supposed to go back to counseling in January. I am going to be speaking at the Digital Creative Society's Creative Connect in January, which is an online digital planning conference, or a virtual digital planning conference. And then my friend is hosting a sip and read, and I don't have to pay for a ticket for that. And even if I did, it's like $5 or whatever, but that's happening in January. One thing that I was thinking about is I have been trying to take better care of my hair as of November, when I decided to take radical responsibility for my life. But I don't think I'll need an appointment in January. Like, I feel like I'll probably go in February. I don't think I'll go in January. That seems too soon for me. So I may schedule an appointment in January, but I'm probably not gonna go until February. Anyway, let's move on to the second part of this video. After I kind of create a list of the events and things like that, just reminders, I guess, I like to then create our goals list. And for this part, it can kind of go either or. I do like to think that our financial goals / tasks help to inform our monthly budget, but I also feel like our monthly budget helps to inform what all we can do financially in a month. But the reason why I like to kind of set the goals and tasks first is mainly because I already know what our monthly budget is going to be, because I know how much money we bring in each month and what our expenses are. So I guess for me at this point, it makes sense to just do the monthly goals and tasks first and then move on to the budget. So in the spirit of that, for goals, we would like to invest 15% of our paychecks per usual, pay our monthly credit card bill in full. I have purchased book club books, but I decided that I was going to start a free trial with this company. It's called Everand. Check it out if you have not already. It's far better than Audible and all of the other platforms for audiobooks. And so I actually don't have to purchase them because I'm using a free trial. So I could technically erase this, but when I was creating it, I was thinking about either purchasing the January books or the February books, because after our book club meeting, which is the middle of January, then our February picks will be chosen, and I may actually need to purchase those books for February because my free trial is only like a month. So we'll see. I am thinking of booking a laser hair removal appointment just for a touch-up, which is $19.90. That's how much a touch-up is. And I booked one a couple of weeks ago, but their machine broke and I had to reschedule. And so I just ended up canceling with the expectation that I would go back and reschedule, but I never got around to it. I would like to schedule the OBGYN if I don't do it within the next couple of days, which I am not on track to do. And the office, I guess the office might open maybe like tomorrow. I don't know. The office could very well be closed until January. I want to turn in my mileage at work because I can do that to get reimbursed. I want to do some random acts of kindness. This is something that I like to do regularly, as often as I can, but I definitely want to be more intentional about it moving into the new year. So I don't know what that will look like. It could be tipping the bill, things that, again, that we already do anyway, but I just want to make sure that I'm doing it instead of not doing it, because I have this thing that, in a way, how many people you bless is how you measure success of sorts. That's kind of my philosophy. And so I just feel like I'm not in a position to not give. I mean, I'm in a position to give, so why wouldn't I do that? Even if it's just $20 here, $40, you know, tipping the Walmart driver or the DoorDash or Grubhub people more than $5 or $10, you know, maybe giving them a $50 tip, stuff like that. I don't know. That's just a thing, and especially post holiday season, particularly because we did not do a lot of our January our random acts of kindness that we do around the holidays. We've been in the house. And so, not to say you can't do a random act of kindness from the house, but I feel like we haven't done as many. So maybe we'll do them in January. Also need to finalize my friend's birthday trip plans. Like I mentioned, buy baby shower gift or buy baby gift at this point. Oh, I have book laser hair removal on here twice. Let's delete one of those. Really need to book that apparently. And then I need to request my W-2s from a job and then submit them to a company. And I need to do that like yesterday. Those are all of our goals, tasks, monthly goals and tasks. And then the final portion of this would be our monthly budget. So for our gym bill, we will pay $62. That is for both of us to go to what I would consider to be the nicest, best gym in our area. My husband's college tuition is estimated to be $2,500, but oftentimes when he pays online with a debit card or credit card, there is an additional fee. We don't really know how to get around that fee. It does not appear that there's any other option for paying that would make it any less. So I originally had $2,500 on here for the tuition, but I added an additional $150 just to account for that fee. And I think the fee is sometimes even more than that. That's just a guesstimate, but we're gonna see. Also, the tuition will only be $2,500 if he sticks to the amount of classes that he's thinking he will take. If he drops a class or so, then it can be less, but that's on him. So we'll see what comes of that. Our car payment is going to be $314.34. We have 3 vehicles. 2 are paid off. 1 is raggedy, by the way. And so we have 1 that has a balance, 1 that we financed in 2021. We put about $10,000 or so. I know it was more. I know it was at minimum of $10,000 down on a vehicle, and so we are still paying that off. The balance, though, which is cool, is less than $10,000. And I used to be really adamant about paying off that car quickly, but you know, once I think about it, I mean, it will save us money to do so. But honestly, at this point, in 2 years, the car will be paid off anyway. So I don't know. It's just like, yes, it'll save us some money, but it's not going to save us as much money as it would if we were to invest that money, as an example. Our electricity bill has come in. It's going to be due at $156.63, which isn't too terrible. I'm expecting less of a bill going into the cooler months since it's officially winter. So we'll see what comes of that. Our cable bill is $40 even. Lawn/pest control is $80 even. Our mortgage is $1,672.40. SiriusXM is an expense that we will now have monthly as opposed to semi-annually. We used to pay it semi-annually, but I talked to one of the Sirius agents and they found us, I guess we've been grandfathered into some kind of promotional deal or something. So $849 is what we're going to pay monthly going forward, which shakes out to be about the same amount that we would pay semi-annually. So I'm okay with that. Even though I do not like, if I can pay the bill semi-annually or annually because it's literally an option, then I'm normally going to do that. But this, I'm okay with it because it's $849, I guess. Water/sewer, I'm going to guesstimate at $60. My cell phone bill is going to be due at $120, and it is due quarterly. We have Mint Mobile. We've had Mint Mobile for, I think, going on 3 years. And so we pay $120 every 3 months for unlimited everything and a mobile hotspot. But there will be taxes and fees, and they're normally like $10 and some change. So I'm going to budget $130.86 because that's typically what it is, but I can't predict it entirely. Our internet bill recently went up $5, so it's going to be $85.30. I'm not happy about it. The fact that it went up $5 doesn't sit well with my spirit. Next up, we have Amazon Music. We pay $9.99 for just a single plan, or yeah, like a single plan, and then our family plan is $16.99. We have been trialing Apple Music, which ends in January, so we've been paying the minimum amount for Amazon Music, and that's because they recently teamed up with Audible, so I get 1 free audiobook per month, which is amazing, just for paying $9.99. So even though I was loving using Apple Music, and my husband was too, I think we're going to stick to Amazon Music because for pretty much the same amount, maybe even slightly lesser, I can get a free audio. We can get it, but I normally just pick what I want to pick. We can get a free audiobook, so that's a no-brainer. Next up, we have security for our home, which is $52.14. Life insurance for the both of us is $42.19. Pet insurance for our puppy girl is $63.55. Netflix is $6.99. They recently changed the plans, and so it's either we have a $6.99 plan or the plan that's like $15.29. We were paying $9.99, and then randomly it went down to $6.99, and so that's just something I guess that Amazon did I'm okay with paying $6.99 because I don't turn on the TV. Anyway, my husband's cell phone bill is also due in January. We pay his quarterly as well, budgeting $130.86 for that. We have to pay a fee that was for my husband. We actually don't have to pay it all at once, but I don't know. I try to minimize monthly bills as much as I can. So I'm thinking we just pay it in full, but otherwise we could pay some of it. So we'll see. This budget is set up such that we pay it in full. HOA fees are going to be $200, except we have a balance of $25 from a fine. And then when we pay online, we have to pay an additional fee. So I'm budgeting $230 for HOA fees, even though they're $200. But we get fined all the time. I don't know how many fines you can get before hell breaks loose, but we'll get fined because, first of all, we don't check our mail that much. So if they send a letter in the mail and it's saying that we have 7 days, until whatever date to rectify the situation, but we don't check the mail, then we're automatically going to be out of compliance and get a fine. But I will say it's for simple stuff, like we have this little thing in our yard and sometimes there's like weeds around it, and so we might have to pay a fine for that. Or if one part of our house is dirty, let's say the siding, and we don't get to it quickly, we have to pay a fine for that. So they're kind of silly, but also very much things that we can control. It's just we never check our mailbox. I wish that they could email me or email my husband or something, because I'm not sure. There's nothing in that mailbox for me. Truly, all of our bills are paid except for are paid automatically except for well, it's not a bill. It's you need to fix this. And then if we don't, it then becomes a bill. So I don't know. I just don't check the mail. There's literally nothing in there that I ever want. Or literally, we don't have anything worthwhile in our mail ever, but that letter from our HOA occasionally. But normally we fix it, but yeah, whatever it is. But yeah, sometimes we have to take the L because we were not checking our mailbox, and it's just so it's like random stuff, and you're just like, what? But anyway, and then finally, I am budgeting $1,750 for shopping, which is on the higher side. But because of the potential Florida trip, traveling to my little cousin's games and stuff like that, I'm budgeting $1,750. Shopping is going to include anything that we don't spend, anything that we spend money on that's not a bill. So that could be gas for our cars, groceries, food, you name it. Also, we got a lot of gift cards for Christmas, and surely that will help us in January specifically. So that is going to be our monthly budget. This is how we do our budget each and every month, and it just works for us. It's very simple. If you got an iPad for Christmas, which a lot of people do get one, follow your girl, because I, first of all, am obsessed with my iPad, and I thoroughly enjoy creating content about iPads, digital planning, digital budgeting, all of that kind of stuff. So just wanted to throw that out there. By the way, my Christmas gift from my husband was these new shelves. I'm staring at my old shelves. I'm trying to decide if I am going to find a new place in my home for them, or am I going to sell them? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I had enough sense to take a picture of them while they were still styled, but I don't know. I have a hard time letting go of things, and so the thought of doing so is stressful. So we'll see. We shall see. But anyway, that's gonna be it for my January budget. If you notice a different background, I'm in the same space. I just have new shelves, and I love them. So cute. I have 2 of them. That's all I need so far. I think that's all I'll ever need, because there's space in the cabinets too. But I like the look of the cabinets because I actually store a bunch of my filming equipment in there. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.